What's up, everybody? My name Johnny, and I am somebody.
What's going on, Johnny? How you doing today?
And you know me, baby, just living, man. Just living.
That's what's up.
Living.
So tell me, who is Jonathon Porter?
Jonathon Porter is a wise man, sometimes who do a lot, sometimes who got a lot of things going. Somebody who sets something on the table and go get it. Somebody who go through a lot without telling people. Somebody who got a lot of deep secrets but scared to tell people. Somebody who like talking to God and praising Him. Somebody who never gives up when the tasks get hard. Somebody who love to have fun, enjoy life all the time. Somebody who wants to be an actor. Somebody who wants to make it. Somebody who wants to work for what they want to work for. Somebody who want to keep everybody happy. Somebody who don't get mad, well, try not to get mad at least. Somebody who always trying to keep the atmosphere up, going, joyful, and always having God in the presence to lead the way.
That was beautiful. I'm gonna shed some tears. I ain't gonna lie, because I love to hear people talk about themselves in the way that they see themselves. You know what I mean?
Real talk.
And that's good that you see yourself like that, because I'm sure a lot of other people see you like that, and it's good that you know that.
I ain't gonna lie. I want to say it takes a lot to really like be truthful with yourself, because at the same time, I'm somebody who lie, somebody who stole, somebody who messed up in life. But when you come true to yourself, you realize that you ain't the only person doing that. But at the same time, you got to be a man and a woman to own up to your mistakes. When you can look in the mirror and say, I am somebody and I did do this mistake and I can say I did this mistake, then that's when, feel me?
Yeah, so would you say it's hard as a human being to own up to your mistakes?
I say yes. It actually, that's one of the hardest things, I feel, because when you feel, especially when you feel like you're right. For example, I'm gonna use a mom and dad terminology. Like when you a kid, your mom, she did something wrong, but she feel like she was right. It ain't nothing you can do, and she don't want to own up to it. Like that's a big one. Also, at the same time, when you do something wrong with your friend or even one of your closest friends, but you don't want to own up to it because you feel like you right, it be hard. But then that's where it comes to reality. Like, you just got to be truthful to yourself. Sometimes the truth hurt, even when you got to tell yourself.
Absolutely.
And another thing I want to say is it's hard to keep your composure when you upset. So like when you do wrong and somebody telling you did wrong, it's hard to be truthful to yourself right then and there. And that's something I'm working on as I am like growing in life. Like that's something I'm working on, as in like figuring that I made a mistake right then and there without trying to talk back to my friends, talk back to my mother, talk back to God, anybody. Is just like me just trying to figure out, okay, own up to the mistake right then and there.
That's what's up. You are a very wise young man. I hear it from your words and see it from your intellect and the way that you just carry yourself. And would you say that you're very introspective, like you spend a lot of time in your head trying to figure things out? I
do. But at the same time, I try my hardest not to, because my best friend, his name DT, one of my best friends, his name DT, he told me, sometimes you think so much in your head, you forget to start doing stuff. So like you could be so clogged up in your head, I should do this, or dang, what if this, and you just sitting there, you're not putting forth no actions to them ideas. And then it's just like an idea turn into a dream, and then the dream just fade away.
Dang, that was deep.
Yeah.
So how do you deal with getting those thoughts that are in your head out?
First, I pray. I do got a strong belief in God. I pray. And when I pray, I ask Him to lead the way. And I am going to answer that question, but another thing I have a problem with is when I pray, asking God to take everything away that's negative in my life. We say we really want that, but that's really a hard thing to do as well. Because the negative things could be the things that make you happy. But you don't know that them negative things But you don't know when God erase all them negative things, you'll be more than happy, joyful. And what you had mentioned, say it again for me, please.
What did I say? I forgot. But that point that you just made is a great point about how sometimes we will pray for the negative things to go away. But I remember J. Cole saying the beauty in the struggle.
Facts.
Ugliness in the success.
Facts.
And it's about that dichotomy of both sides, the law of polarity, where you need both of them.
That's a fact. That's a fact. You do.
50 Cent said sunny days wouldn't feel so special if it wasn't for rain.
Facts. Like, it's something, I was on Instagram one day.
Next part, joy wouldn't feel so special if it wasn't for pain.
You hear me? Real talk though, you hear me? Like, I feel like, especially with artists, I got cousins that's artists. You got Steve and Dex, shout out them, you feel me? I got cousins that's artists, GRQ, shout them out. But they do a lot of reading, I believe. But also, I was on Instagram one day strolling, and I was it was a Steve Harvey. He was on Yeah, so one day I was just scrolling through Instagram and I heard, and Steve Harvey has said this. He has said this, saying a quote rather. He was like, he said, we always want God to give it to us. We always want God to give it to us right then and there. We always want God to give it to us a certain way, how. But at the same time, it's like, if God didn't have you wait, if God didn't have you wait, or if God gave it to you when you wanted it or how you wanted it, you probably wouldn't even be able to build that relationship with God.
Mm-hmm. That's a fact. And strength comes through the waiting.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
Like, you try to do 100 push-ups tomorrow, and if you ain't done 5 push-ups in a long time, you're not gonna get there.
It's gonna be hard.
If you do 5 push-ups every day leading up to that 100, you're gonna get there. It's all about taking the things at a time and one step at a time. Realizing that everything you go through, the struggle included.
Facts.
Has beauty in it.
Even when we were just listening in the car to Chris Music, he had said, I read the Bible, but I pick up a Bible, but I don't even understand it. That's having faith. Like real deal. Like he said it in the song, you feel me? That's me just having faith. Like, when you can believe something, but you just want to believe it so much, but you don't know it's real, that's just you having faith in it. Because eventually,
the Bible even says faith is the substance of things hoped for.
Facts.
Evidence of things not seen.
That's a fact. Just like a dream, just like a goal. We don't know. Another thing, one of my best friends said, DT. I ain't gonna lie. He said, shout DT out too. Shout him out. But he mentioned to me, he said, what'd he say? He said, what'd he say? Refers on what we were just saying.
We talking about faith.
Faith.
And hope. And the substance of things, the faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen.
That's a fact. Nah, you're right. Yeah, I really forgot what I said.
It's all good. We can go to the next point.
Dang, what'd he say? If it come back to me, I'm gonna mention it, yeah.
It's all good.
Shout him out, though.
Dang, you was talking about faith.
On how I know, like, you feel me, when oh yeah, that's what he said. Boom, it just hit my memory. Shout out DT. He said this. He said when you got it, when you set a dream, you can't control the middle. You only control when you can start. As in said, if I want to be an actor. I do. I want to be an actor. I can't say, oh, this gonna happen, this gonna happen, this gonna happen. All I can do is start and let God do the whole middle. You got to. You know,
when you're speaking, you gotta do what? Put that work in.
You gotta put it in. Like, so back to what I was saying. With one of my best friends said, DT, he mentioned to me one day, he said, you only can start. You can't control the middle. You only can control when you start. You can't control the middle. You can't set, oh, this gonna happen in the middle, that's gonna happen in the middle. All you can do is just let the middle happen. In the end, that's where God take place. God take initiative when you start. He give you ideas, he give you that. He start throwing tools, but that's up to you to grab it. But the middle, that's what you just gotta give it, let it go in God's hands. And just fight through and see it through. And have that faith. You got to see it through and have that faith.
So what made you want to be an actor, and where did that passion come from?
Okay, what made me want to be an actor? So I used to want to go to the NBA overseas. I used to play basketball since I was in 5th grade, and my only dream was NBA. And then I got in my head of having a backup plan, which nothing's wrong with a backup plan, but me personally, I feel like that's a mistake I made. Not saying you never know what happened. I could have made it to the NBA, couldn't I? You never know. But at the end of the day, I feel like when you got a backup plan, that stops you from going for your plan A. And what make me say that is because once I felt like I couldn't make it overseas to the NBA, Drew Luke, anything, I said I just wanted to stop. And I stopped having passion for the game. I will always let a game always be one of the best. But I just didn't. I just stopped having passion for it. Stopped loving it like I used to. Stopped working out every day, putting up 1,000 shots. Like I just stopped. And I just was like, all right, boom. I got that plan B. I want to be an actor. Even though it's as hard as, even though it's in the same category as like NBA, like the chances of making it, but at the same time, it's like, you the only person who stopped yourself. Just like how I said I stopped hooping, stopped having the passport, that's because I relied on my plan B. And it was either one of those two. And I just love movies. Also, I love movies. I just love, and I like I told you at the beginning, I love being funny. I love being humorous. I love just being out of character. Like I love being somebody, you feel me, that you're not normally being. Like just having fun with your life.
Right, so like putting on the show.
Putting on the show, telling the story, having fun, telling people my thoughts in action.
In your everyday life, would you say that you feel like you're normally like the life of the party?
I do. And that's not even on me being cocky or anything, but and I surround myself by that as well. Shout out to one of my best friends named Darren. Shout out to one of my best friends named Sam. And also shout out Tay Tay. Them plus DT, them are some of my closest friends, and them three that I just named though, DT, Sam, and Tay Tay, them three, they're the life of the party as well. Like, and they if you hang around them, you just think we all three are just alike. It's the people I surround myself by, like on a daily, to where we turn up, we have fun, we enjoy. It ain't too much mad, it ain't too much. We all happy and joyful. And like you just mentioned to me, we life of the party. And I'm not, and back to your other question as well, what inspired me to be an actor? What inspired me, I say really, I'm gonna be honest, I really ain't figured out what's inspired me to be, but I do for sure, I have figured out what's making me want to do it though. Like my purpose, my reason why. Like my reason why I'm doing it is because I feel like that's something I can do, want to wake up for it, be happy, because I done had 1,000 jobs. And I ain't even talking about warehouse jobs. I done had fun jobs, but me waking up every day, putting food on the table, getting the house, like waking up wanting to do it, read, I feel like that's something I can adapt to. And I love being around people and having fun.
Definitely. So what would you say are the 3 things that keep you going in life?
I say for sure, a lot of people that passed away. That's one thing. That's one thing for certain. That's something like I'm gonna name the other 2, but one thing that really keep me just pushing in life, like with nothing holding me back, is a lot of my friends that passed away. A lot of my cousins, my grandmas, my uncle. And my like some of my closest friends. And once they, even though I have had a passion to keep pushing forth, but once that passed away, that just put that killer mentality on me. As in, like, now I got a major purpose behind it. Another thing is myself. I don't want to let myself down. First off, I'm too confident in myself. I am competitive. I challenge myself a lot, and that's I cannot let myself down. Because once I feel like I let myself down, that's when I just feel like I give up on everything. So I'm real competitive in my life. Anything. Also, the third thing is my family, of course. Mom, dad. You always got to put them on the book. Them the people who brought me here. Feel me? God the one who planted me in here, but them the people who, you feel me, made me come, you feel me? Shout out to my mother, Yolanda. Shout out to my daddy, Jonathan. I gotta put them somewhere. And I ain't even saying, oh, I want to buy my mama a big old house, all that. I just want them to, oh, my boy doing something. I graduated high school. I'm in college. I am an Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. Shout out to them. Also, I want to show them that their son is gonna become something, and that the world is gonna remember me as somebody. How everybody know Michael Jackson, how everybody know Kobe, how everybody know Martin, how everybody know Denzel. That's how I'm gonna be remembered, and I want them to know they baby. I want them to be proud of what they produced, so they won't feel like they failed as a parent. Both of them. And that's my purpose.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So last and final question, and it's a good question. I think you'll have a good answer. If you had a message to tell all 7.8 billion people in the world, so if your face was on everybody's TV or your voice was coming through everybody's radio, you could tell them anything you wanted to tell them, what would you tell them?
If I could tell the whole world something, I'd say the first thing I'll say, for sure, do not think you can change another person's perspective. Or you could. And when I say that, I'm not saying you can't motivate nobody, but some people get lost in trying to help somebody else and forget for helping themselves. People get lost doing that. Also, I say, let God lead the way. Or I know a lot of people don't believe in God. I know people do. But whatever faith you have and belief you have, let them lead the way. Let them lead. Because you feel like you're doing it on your own, but that higher power that you believe in, he gonna take care. Mine is God, Jesus. He gonna lead it. You gotta have faith. You got to have faith. Because if you don't got faith, you really just here. And always, you got to have a purpose. You got to have a reason why. Because stuff like this, when you get interviewed, well, what you really going to talk about? So you got to have a reason. You got to have a purpose. And also stick to being loyal. Also stick to being loyal to yourself. And always show love to yourself. Take care of yourself. Don't ever give up on yourself. Don't ever think you can't do it. Because you can. Don't ever feel like you broken. You feel me? Don't ever feel like, another thing I want to tell the world is, always remember, J. Cole said it best too, it's always a better life out there. So it's always somebody better. It's always somebody in a tougher situation. It's always. So that means that when I say that, even with me, I lost 13 people 2020. But there's somebody out there that probably lost 20. You always got to keep that grind on. Even when you feel like your back against the wall, you always got to. Because at the end of the day, the world going to keep going with you or without you. Time going to keep ticking with you or without you. And I'm not saying don't drill on that pain when you do go through stuff, because it's good to cry. It is. It's very good to cry. It's good to shout. It's even good to worship. It's good to talk. It's good to let things out, because not too many people do that. And that's really how a lot of suicide and different things come about. People don't get to tell their feelings. Feel me? So I'm also shout out my big cousin Tyrus, because not too many people can do this. Feel me? Get to tell their thoughts, get to tell their emotions, get to tell what they going through. Feel me? And like I said again, like that really like how a lot of suicide, not too many people get asked these questions. The one that you think the happiest, the one that you think smiling the most, the happiest person, like, even though I repeated myself, but that'd be the person who just wants somebody to talk to. That'd be the person that just need this to tell the world what they going through. People don't be wanting to talk to them because they so joyful. Why you always happy? Just how your life going? It's always them. Hey, how you doing? What you doing? How your life like? They always keeping the room happy. But it's good that he's starting this because now everybody is somebody. And that's really what I tell the world. I just want everybody to know that they is somebody. Real talk. Everybody is somebody. Don't ever think of nothing. Don't ever let nobody tear you down. Don't ever. Because like I said, it's always somebody better than them. It's always somebody better than you. But that's why you always got to keep that grind on. Keep your cap on. And keep your foot on the pedal. And don't stop. And also, one more thing. I want to give a couple shout outs. I want to just shout out my baby brother Jeremiah, Jermaine, Josiah. Shout out my two sisters, Janaya, Jonathon. I also want to shout out Jay Sean. Feel me? You know. Also, I am a student at Kentucky State University. You know we got to shout out the Hill, shout out Thoroughbred. But at the end of the day, just always remember you are somebody. And don't ever let nobody tell you otherwise. Good talking, y'all.
That was special, man. You got me back here shedding tears. The camera can't see me, thankfully. Yeah, I'm
Real talk.
I ain't scared to cry. Yeah, I'm shedding tears back here. That was beautiful. I appreciate the light falling off again, man. I appreciate all your kind words and just your ability to speak and to tell your story and to just say what's on your heart. Because not a lot of people are able to do that.
Facts.
And you have a special, special gift. And you will leave your mark. You will leave your mark on this world. And you've already done it. Oh my God. You already done it in so many people's lives. So just continue to leave your mark. And the light went off because this interview went over. But it's okay. But continue to leave your mark and continue to be the change in this world. I love you, bro.
Love you too, cuz, for real.